Hey y'all, it's Nancy, the Handy Scandy. Thanks for joining me for another crafty venture. Today I am featuring the Not Too Shabby mini release. I'm a little late to the party on this one, excuse me, in terms of sharing the video, because I actually made this card some time ago, and for whatever reason, I guess just because life is really real, it didn't get posted. So I wanted to share it with you today. It's definitely a winter card, but not so much a Christmas card. So I thought it was still very much appropriate. Here I am using the set called Winter Friends. The other set is called Winter Sentiments, and they are both Not Too Shabby originals. And I just wanted to show the stamping because I only used the top half of the images. I used 2 of each, but I only used the top half because they're going to be peeking out little windows. So for some that might be a super basic stamping technique, but for others you may not have known, that you could do that. You could kind of alter your images, so to speak, and just use parts of them. And there are lots of different ways that you can do that. This is just one, and I just did a quick and dirty example of that. So here I'm using my Everblends to color in this little bunny. I've got my red combo going. I wish I could remember what it was. I believe it's red, tomato red, and then crimson, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not one that has go-to combos for my coloring or ink blending or anything, but this has become kind of a go-to combo for me in terms of reds. Yeah, there's not actually a lot of red options with the Everblends, but these 3 seem to go together pretty well in my book anyway. So this little bunny, for whatever reason, told me it needed to be that traditional Christmas red and white, so that's the way I did her. And I did not color or show the coloring of her, the actual bunny, because unfortunately I was off screen. So you can see that I'm kind of down in that bottom corner, and much of my coloring ended up being off screen. And you can tell by my Halloween nails again that I did this some time ago, as I mentioned earlier. So I'm working on this little foxy now, and I decided I'm going to do him shades of green, and I wanted a plaid, and I'm a plaid girl. I just am. Whether it's a buffalo check, a tartan, it doesn't matter. I just like plaid. So I pull out these fine liners from Arteza, and they make the plaid process so easy. I never thought I would use these little pens as much as I do, but I really use them a lot, especially for this kind of thing. For highlighting or shadowing or making these just really fine lines, which seems kind of obvious, but I love them. So 2 shades of green, a light green, I think it's called Pear. Oh, don't get me lying. Yeah, sorry, I was thinking if I could pull that up in my memory bank, but no. And then the lighter green is in the Everblend, and then the darker green, of course, is with this little fine liner pen. And I think it's just cute. I end up coloring the ruff of the hat to match the scarf, and they both are plaid. The plaids are a little bit different, but essentially all the colors coordinate, so it doesn't matter. Because that's how we dress, right? We don't do matchy-matchy. We coordinate. And so here I am going in with my lighter shade of green. And by the way, I have this sped up 3 times, so please don't think that I color this fast, because I do not. This was a whole lot of footage that I ended up trimming down to like 12.5 minutes or something like that. So yeah, I don't think anybody can color this fast. And there again, you see how close to being off screen I am with him. I'm actually coloring in his fur. He's a foxy, so I've, got foxy colors, the reds, the rusts, the kind of ambers and gingers and things like that. And I am so sorry that most of him is off the screen. But he's a cutie. These are the only 2 that I actually show the coloring of, just because I do the others just the same. And unfortunately, you can't see them, but you couldn't see the other fox or bunny either. I need to be more cognizant of where I am when I'm coloring. I just kind of get in the zone and forget what I'm doing. So please forgive me. Here I'm just using these super light grays. They're actually almost dry in my original set of Everblends, but I'm just using the light grays just to add some shadow in the white spots and to kind of blend in the darker areas. And a little pinky pink in the cheeks and on the nose. And here, oh my gosh, I love ink blending. Do y'all know that? I love ink blending. And I especially love it when I'm blending over a die cut piece, because all those nooks and crannies of the scallops and the stitching and the dots or whatever the image is that embosses into your paper when you use a die cut, all those nooks and crannies pick up the ink, and I just love that. So here I'm using the Whimsy Stamps Slimline Scenic Window Die, and of course you can see that I'm using some more of my Pink Fresh Studio inks to ink blend on it. I've got Fresh Pear, Mint, and I can't remember if I used Key Lime or Grassy Knoll, but I just did that just to add a little bit of green to the outside frame, and then on the inside you can see that I did some down and dirty, which is how I typically do my ink blending, down and dirty, but I love it. And I used my Hero Arts Starry Night stencil just to add some movement. Like, doesn't that look like a winter sky, like things are blowing around, it's windy and stormy? I thought it did. Anyway, yeah. So here I'm adding some of my Shimmering Bliss. You know, I gotta use it. I think this was either gold or dazzle. I can't remember. I think it was gold. And so I did some bigger splotches and I did some spray mist, and I'm really happy with it. I did a little bit on this panel as well. I just didn't show it on camera. And so here I am adhering all my little critters to the frame, because they're going to be the frame is going to be popped up, and they're going to be popped up with the frame. I could have done it the other way. I could have put them in the background, but I wanted them kind of sticking out the window. Thought that was kind of cute. So I have laid these guys out numerous times trying to figure out exactly where I wanted them and how and why, and ultimately there ended up being no why. Now I do want to mention, like, see the Foxy's tails? You could actually cut those off and put them wherever you want, because no one sees where they're actually attached to the body. So just make the scene your own. You know, that's another way of making the stamps your own as well, and personalizing them and customizing them to how you need. So you could see that I popped all that up on some fun foam, and my process with that is, I mean, it's excruciating, so I will probably never force you guys to watch that. Here I'm using just all the little green cups and adhering them down, one in front of each little critter, and I left the inside of the cups white because it's going to be either melty marshmallows or Cool Whip or whatever kind of white frothiness you like on your cup of cocoa. And I go over the tops of those with my Nuvo drops several times because I want it to be fluffy and billowy and have lots of texture. So here I'm adding some more Nuvo drops to the ruff on the little pink hat, and then I decided that I wanted some glitter, and I was gonna pour it on, but as usual I have my fan going and so I thought, I might have more control if I just pick it up little by little. So that was my thought process there, and I'm just cleaning off the excess, and it ended up being super cute. Lots of pink glitter in that little hat. And here's where I'm adding some more of my drops to the cocoa. You can see there's a little bit there. I'm adding some more. Excuse me. Sorry, my voice is froggy today. I've not been feeling well this week. But so that is layer 2 of the frothiness on the mugs, and I'm also adding some texture, if you will, to the little ruff on the little red and white hat. And I could have stopped there. It's super cute card. It's super cute. Really cute images from Jamie at Not Too Shabby with her little mini release that actually came out a little while ago. So I do apologize again that it's not timely. But the images, the stamps are still available. Obviously, you could hop on over to Not Too Shabby and pick these right up, because they're winter. They're not so much Christmas, and they're super cute. Excuse me. Here is where I pull out the winter sentiment set, and I love these sweet little trees. So I wanted to have some of those poking in and poking out of the scene, just kind of adding to that background. I used my gel pen, as you can see all over my hand, because I wanted some snow. So I just went in with my gel pen, and I just made a bunch of dots on the trees and on the background. And I ultimately go in with my Wink of Stella as well, and I add some shimmer to the trees and to, I think, to the green hat and to the orange and gray hat. And there I use the sentiment, "You warm my heart." So again, it's not a Christmas card per se, it's a winter card, and I think it's super cute. Jamie has some of the cutest images over at Not Too Shabby, y'all. If you've not checked her out, let me encourage you. I'll definitely leave a link below. And I think it's super sweet. You can see the texture, you can see the glitter in the little hat. You can see the shimmering bliss in the background, makes it look kind of flurried. Guys, thanks. This is Nancy, the Handy Scandy. I appreciate you spending some time with me on this Christmas day, or whenever you happen to watch this video. Give me a like, a subscribe if you will. Leave me a comment downstairs, and we'll see you soon. Thanks. Bye.